Yo, what's going on? So, I wasn't going to work out today. Typically, I work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And then, I was sitting in lab and I get this notification from Darksport that a partial part of my order has been refunded. I'm like, what? Like, I didn't request a refund. So I check. I ordered this shit on March 29th, by the way. 5 minutes before it opened up to the entire public, because if you have the app or you sign up for notifications on iMessage, you get 5-minute early access most of the time. I ordered that shit. It still hasn't shipped. Label has been made. Nothing. I've contacted them. They said, oh, yeah. We're hoping, we just have a small delay in some of our items. We're hoping to ship it out by April 8th or sooner. So I'm like, okay, no worries. I get it. Stuff happens. It was a large drop, or they say it was a large drop, but they sold the items for over a week. Obviously, it wasn't a large drop if you're advertising the stuff well over for a week, when most of the time you only advertise it for 24 to 48 hours. Obviously, there was a flop on some part of it. Whatever. I like the brand, but when I contact you saying, hey, what's going on with my order, and you say, okay, it should come out this day or sooner, or it hasn't even been made. It's just been processed. The label hasn't been made. It hasn't been packed. It hasn't been shipped. Nothing. But now you're telling me, oh, we're refunding part of your order. They didn't even tell me they're going to do that. The guy that I've been speaking to just says, just please be patient. Please be patient. I've been fucking patient, dude. It is April 14th. I ordered it March 29th. You've had several drops between now and then. Nothing's been made. Nothing's been done. I mean, dude, just what the fuck ever. At this point, I don't even care anymore. Just refund the entire order. I was really hoping to get my Guillaume, Rock Lee, and Femto shirt. But now I'm not even getting the Femto shirt because they just refunded it without even giving me a heads up. So I'm just going to potentially be getting the Guillaume or Rock Lee shirt if they even fulfill that order. I mean, it's just stupid bullshit like that pisses me off. Like, whatever, man. I mean, anyways, we're hitting legs today. Drink of the day, or pre-workout of the day. I decided to go with the C4 Mango Fuego because I didn't even plan on working out. Another key part, Rice Krispie treat, just to get my blood sugar up, help with the lift. So, yeah. Yo, what's going on, y'all? So some people suggested that I kind of go over during the lifting clips what I do. So for example, this right here is just a simple hack squat. Obviously before I start hitting legs and everything, I really like to stretch, make sure I'm not going to tear anything. I do usually 1 to 2 warm-up sets with hack squat or just compound lifts in general. I did a top set of 4 plates here for 2 sets. I tried to shoot for 6 to 7 reps. Basically, as long as you're struggling with your 2 top sets, like, you really shouldn't be worrying too much. 1 to 2 warm-ups for your first 2 workout sets is usually pretty good. Just making sure that everything's nice and warmed up. Shortly after I do hack squat, I like to go into my second compound lift of seated leg press. Here I also like to kind of be careful just to make sure I'm not going to tear anything. My legs are pretty fragile, unfortunately, specifically in my kneecap region. I think I did a top set with 5 plates, I believe, trying to shoot for that 7 rep range again. Really, at the end of the day, just not trying to overcomplicate it too much. So as you can see here in this clip, I'm really struggling to get that weight pushed up in that final rep. After that, I like to go into my leg extensions or seated leg curls. Doesn't really matter too much. You really just want to focus on killing your legs, I guess. I enjoy lifting heavy, at least what's heavy to me. constantly pushing towards that goal of trying to lift more weight. So obviously everyone's gonna have their limits and whatnot. So I think around here I'm doing 170 pounds, maybe 180 on the leg extension. This machine is absolutely brutal, but feels amazing for that stretch of your quadriceps. Sometimes I have to be careful with this machine though, just simply because of my knees. This right here is a leg curl. I kind of had to change the weight here because I just underestimated it, I guess. It's a little bit different than normal gyms that I go to. So don't be afraid to lower the weight. But as you can see, I'm trying to keep that constant tension on my hamstrings. Hamstrings are such a huge muscle group on a part of your body, you know. You really want to make sure that you have this nice and grown, but also being careful that you're not going to tear it when working out. Alright, and then here's the pump. I don't know if you can really see it too well in the video, but this was an amazing leg workout I had, and I'm grateful I went to the gym today just out of anger from the company I ordered from. Bro, okay, that freaking workout was crazy. Lifted freaking heavy, and I'm sweating like a freaking hog on a summer day, dude, without a freaking mud puddle or something. I don't know, but wasn't even planning on working out today, and I'd have to say this is one of the best leg workouts I've had in a while. That dude I talked about in my other video that squatted like 315 for 8, he just told me he did 365 yesterday. Like, I talked to him today. That was my first time talking to him. He's actually a pretty chill dude, so good little meet there. One thing I want to touch on in this video is nutrition. Nutrition plays such a large part in lifting and your workouts and just how you feel every day in general, mentally, physically. Personally, after a workout, I like to have something that's sugary to help spike my insulin, so then that way my body's able to move those nutrients better, and my body's muscles is able to take in that protein that I'm consuming, and help me grow, help me recover quicker and faster and better. That's all it's about, man. Just finding the best way to do things, the most optimal way. And this isn't freaking bro science. Trust me, if it is, whatever, but I believe in it. I think it works. I ate Panda Express for 2.5 months almost every day while I was in San Antonio training. And I went from like 170 to 190, and gained pretty much all my muscle back after losing it just because I did purely cardio at Fort Sill. So that's just one thing I want to touch on is carbs and protein are such a important factor in your diet. Many people think that carbs make you fat. They do if you're not optimally using them and you're consuming the wrong type of carbs. You want simple carbs. Cream of rice before a workout, amazing source. Rice Krispies, amazing source. Sweet potatoes, amazing. Rice, good. You know, you want healthy foods, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else to freaking add in this video. You know, I've been getting some suggestions on what I should do. Maybe I'll add them to this video. But like, I just feel dialed right now. Maybe it's the freaking trash ass Mango Fuego C4 I had. Don't recommend it. It's like, it reminds me of the Mexican candy with like tahini. Not a big fan of it personally, but I can see why they made it. It might be popular to some people. Not my choice though. So have a good one, y'all.